Christmas ornaments, and one of them was a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, and I was trying to do too much at once, as usual, and I'm sorry, my hair is wet, by the way. So I was trying to do too much at once, as usual, and I was carrying all of my dirty clothes in one hand and trying to move this box with my other hand, and out of the box tumbled all of my souvenirs, and the only two things that survived, well, you'll see them in a little bit, but all of them shattered irreparably into a million pieces, which was so sad. Not only because they were like $20 a piece, but also just because it was like these were the things that I bought to remember my trip and to put on my Christmas tree to remember where I went, and they were destroyed. So that totally sucked. I'm gonna move this down just a little. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe, I guess I won't. Sorry if that was loud, but I just feel like you guys can't see my beautiful lips and my mouth and my smile, but whatever. And I'll just anyway, back to my little slouch. I've just got on this easy breezy beautiful white shirt that I actually got as a beach cover up. So I'm just pretending, okay? Let me just pretend. Let me live my best life and pretend that I'm back at the beach. So here's what happened. Sorry about that. I don't even remember what I was saying. There was a big bang from upstairs. I think one of my daughter's toys fell off of her bed. So whatever that was, I don't remember. friends who just happened to be in town, and so we met up with them, and we got dinner with them, walked around, we did a little shopping. And on that day, earlier in the day before we met up with them, we went on a boat cruise on the Georgia Queen river boat. It was this massive boat, and my daughter actually, my fiance was like, hey guys, is there any way to get like VIP access to the captain's area so we can see like where the boat is captained and who's driving it and whatever? And they were like, absolutely. So we got VIP access. We were the only people. There were hundreds of people on this boat, and we were the only people who got to go up and see where it's like operated. And my daughter thought that that was really cool. And the captain of the boat was like a 20-something young blonde girl, which was awesome. Just for Rose to see like a badass woman. And then Monday, we went to Bonaventure Cemetery. Bonaventure Cemetery is featured in the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which I have never read. Apparently it's a movie too. We had a picnic in Bonaventure Cemetery, or just outside of it, overlooking the river. it was fun, whatever. Charleston's not my favorite, to be honest. I'm really glad I didn't plan an entire trip to go to Charleston. I legitimately want to live in Savannah. I love Savannah. I think it's amazing. But going there and then going to Charleston, I was like, this place is not as cool as Savannah. No offense to anybody who's in love with Charleston or lives there, but we went shopping and we walked into this place that was a Turkish shop with like the Turkish lights and lamps, and it said on a sign outside Turkish coffee, and my fiance is Armenian. His grandmother is from Turkey, and so he was like, I'm gonna go get a Turkish coffee. That's cool. So we go in, he makes us these Turkish coffees. These Turkish coffees, he doesn't let us pay for them because it's, hospitable to give your guest a coffee. And we ended up calling CJ's grandma, and they talked on the phone in their native language, and that was really cool for them. At the end of the conversation, she was like, thank you for talking to me, and it was just really cool. And we got some vegan ice cream, had a really fancy dinner at an Italian restaurant, and that was fun as well. That day, or was it that day? No, it wasn't. It was the next day. So, Thursday, we tried to swim. We tried to swim in the pool, and it was just not happening. It was not happening. It was too cold. I thought, I'm Minnesotan, this is balmy for me. I can swim. I could not hang. We met up with my aunt and uncle who live in like 7 minutes away from where we were staying, which was crazy. And so I met up with my great uncle Gary and my great aunt Teresa, and we got tacos, and then we hit the beach, walked around the beach, and we had drinks that night, and we got pretty tipsy, which was fun because we didn't really do that the entire trip. Like, we would have drinks and stuff, but we wouldn't like get drunk or tipsy or anything. And this day we did, and it was very fun. And then it was Friday, the last day. Oops, what was I gonna? Oh yeah. Well, one of the days CJ got a little tipsy, and when he got tipsy, he decided to steal from me. He went to the bathroom at some bar, and on the wall were like tons of pictures and like postcards and stuff. And he was like, he comes out of there and he's like, I stole these for you off the wall. And I was like, what? Because he's like super anti-theft. Like, he hates when people steal. But by people I mean me. He hates thieves. And he stole these out of the bathroom. This one is a postcard. He knows that I like old pictures. This one is not an old photograph, it's an old postcard. And then this one is an old photograph. And he said that these were the only two cool ones, so he grabbed them for me. So I got this mug. It was the tingliest one. It's the tingliest one, so I picked that one. But we went to my aunt and uncle's house and we saw it for the first time. We ate at the Waffle House. she was so scared because she was like, I don't know how to do that. All we wanted was for her to take a picture. But she didn't know that, and I was just so proud of her. She was such a trooper for being like, okay, I don't know how, but whatever you guys say. So that was that. And we also got this little book, Night, Georgia. We got this on River Street. So, yeah, just little things. Another thing I got when I was in Charleston was a pineapple ornament. They have these really ugly pineapples all over Charleston because there was this man who, like, pineapples are a symbol for, like, welcome and guests and hosting, and like guests are welcome here, and you know, come to our house. And so people would like put pineapples outside their houses